Good afternoon, everybody. Today is November 28th, 2019, Thanksgiving Day. So if you guys are watching this today when it gets released, I hope everybody's family has a happy and great Thanksgiving and doesn't get into any trouble. But I wanted to update you guys on our Kohler 25 kW. I wanted to make this video a couple days ago when I had my mechanic out here to look at it, but if you guys watch some of our previous videos, we've got two 200 amp automatic transfer switches, and we do run the generator auto start, but we don't use the controller to do our weekly exercises. Every week or two we run it ourselves, and on this apparent occasion, we're lucky that we were running the unit by ourselves with someone around, and I want to kind of know what you guys think. So if you guys are willing to or have a similar setup, either diesel, liquid propane, or natural gas, let me know if you guys are running weekly exercises, and the generator may or may not run and all when you're home. So I kind of just want to get your guys' input on that. But fortunately for us, unfortunately it could have been worse. We fired this generator up, and it had been run about a week and a half ago Tuesday, and I started it up and heard a funny noise, and in here, behind here, is the fan for the generator between the output shaft of the engine and the generator head, and it sounded like something was in there, so I thought maybe a lizard or something had crawled up in there and was just getting smacked by the fan. The generator warmed up, and it was kind of intermittent. You'd hear like a and something hit the fan or something in there. It's kind of odd to me. But I let the generator run for another 5 minutes, and it was kind of intermittent and getting worse. So I shut the generator off, and when the generator stopped, normally this rotational head back here with the fan, you can see it stop, and it'll kind of stop and jerk back and forth when it dead stops and the engine shuts down. Well, this thing came to like a complete dead stop, and the whole generator, everything was rocking. So I was like, well, something's definitely not right. Tried to start it again, and it made a god-awful noise coming somewhere from the generator head, this box, or somewhere in here, this fan shroud, somewhere up in there. And I just said, okay, that's it. I'm not going to start it anymore. I'm not going to run it. Make sure all the controllers turned off where it's not going to automatically start if we lose power. It's not going to try to weekly exercise again. And push the emergency stop in so no one could start it, and have my mechanic come out here. We started it, and it was something else. I mean, I've never heard a generator make this noise before. And come to find out, we're digging around. We took this off. It's a couple bolts down underneath down here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Pretty simple to remove. It's like 3 bolts, and that whole shroud will come off. And we were manually spinning the engine and generator head, and come to find out, we've got a bearing that has gone bad somewhere in the generator head. Had to call Kohler and get a parts diagram and availability of parts. So we're going to have to break this thing down to change a $30 bearing at about 1,400 hours. So long story short, but my main concern was, goodness forbid, if something like this would have happened and the generator would have been in weekly exercise mode and no one would have been around, it might have ran. Our weekly exerciser from the controller is set for an hour every week. So goodness forbid, it might have made it by an hour without self-destructing or locking up, or God only knows. My main concern is no one would have been around, no one would have heard nothing, could have seized the engine, generator head, possibly started a fire. So I kind of want your guys' opinion. Do you run your unit on weekly exercise and try to make sure someone's home? Do you run it yourself? Do you just let the controller do its thing and hope that everything goes okay, and goodness forbid one of the sensors catch it and shut it down in time? But yeah, we're gonna have to tear her apart, and I hope to give you guys some more videos on it. And thanks for keeping up with me. Again, happy Thanksgiving.